Hello everyone, welcome to Power Skills Level 3, where we talk about emotions and emotional regulation. In the previous videos, we discussed what are emotions from different perspectives, and we also discussed the ladder, not scale, but ladder of destructive and constructive emotions. And we looked at some really important balances. The balance between wanting more and being happy with what you have, which seems paradoxical, but it's like a scale, and when it sits in the right balance, you are productive and you learn. We also looked at a very important balance for learning and mastery, and this is the balance of being alert and calm, which again seem like they're opposite, but they're actually in a scale, and when this scale is in good balance, you learn and you become a master. Now, I would like to discuss the concept of happiness, because we cannot skip happiness when we talk about emotions. In the light of career, business development, and self-improvement, I would like to discuss happiness and the difference between, or not the difference, but the relationship between process and results. Interestingly enough, a lot of research on happiness, which I'll link below this video, by the way, says that people who pursue happiness as a goal are less happy. This might seem paradoxical, but it's true. People who aim to be happy are less happy. It seems like happiness happens when we're not pursuing it. How we become happier then? Well, I believe there are two ways to be happier. First of all, focus on things that we can control. The so popular circle of control, circle of impact, and circle of concern are, in my opinion, and in the opinion of many researchers, the first key to happiness. So if we want to improve our happiness, focus on what we can control will make us happier, more content, more confident. And actually, the foundation of confidence is to improve yourself and to improve in a skill. Whatever other tricks you see out there, the fundamental mechanism of being confident is improvement and achievement in something that's within your control. So that's number one. Number two is falling in love with the process and not being so attached to the result. Now, all of this sounds counterintuitive, but let us take a step back and explore first the circle of control, then the circle of impact, and then the circle of concern, and then explore the relationship between process and results when we talk about happiness. So when we talk about our circle of control, what we have there is our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. So the more we work on our power skills, which are related to our circle of control, the happier we become. The more we work on having great diet, exercising, getting good sleep, having healthy mental patterns, having healthy emotional state, the happier we become. This also expands our circle of impact. So the circle of control is things that we can control. The circle of impact is things that we can impact. We cannot control them, but we can impact them. And those are usually other people, other people's opinions, reactions, actions. So if we want to be more charismatic, as I've mentioned before, if we want to get more support from people, if we want to get more clients, more partners, more investors, by controlling who we are and showing up in the best possible way that we can be, we expand our impact and we impact others positively, because people are naturally drawn to confidence, and confidence comes through improving a skill. People are naturally drawn to others who exhibit positive, constructive emotions, and this is also something that you can control. So by working on your circle of control, you expand your circle of influence. How does this relate to happiness? Well, first of all, happiness is a byproduct. It's not something that works directly. So happiness is like the aroma of a flower. You cannot get the aroma unless you have the flower. I hope this makes sense. So happiness is a byproduct, just like a flower and an aroma. Without the flower, you cannot get the aroma. So what is the flower in this case? Well, this is working on things that are within your control, like your emotions, your thoughts, and your actions. And the aroma is happiness. You feel happier. Let's look at the second concept that we discussed, process and result. So a lot of times we want the result, we want the money, we want the followers, we want the success, we want the achievement, we want the award, we want the recognition, we want the positive feedback, we want the great lifestyle. And we think that it will make us happy. And here is the thing. Yes, it will make us happier in the short term. However, again, this is a byproduct. It's a byproduct of the process. It's a byproduct of doing smart strategic actions towards this result. The process also supports happiness, but it supports long-term happiness. So the more you fall in love with the process of improving yourself and working towards your goals, the happier you become. Now, why do we talk about happiness in a program which is all about career and business development? Well, happiness seems to bring another paradox. We have two paradoxes so far. In order to be happy, we need to focus not on happiness itself, but on the actions that make us happy, like focusing on our circle of control. The other paradox is that in order to get our results, in a way, we should forget about the results and focus on the process. And the third paradox is that happiness is both the result of success and prerequisite of success. So yes, when we earn more, when we're more recognized, we're happier. But in order to earn more and to be more recognized, we need to be happier. Are you confused already? Let me explain this. When you're feeling content, when you're feeling joyful, when you're feeling confident, when you're feeling happy, you are more creative, you are more productive, and you're more confident, which in itself brings more money and more success. So happiness, it's not just the result, it's also the process. And we can boil these three concepts down to one simple truth. Focus on what you can improve in yourself and fall in love with the process. But while this is the emotional part of it, I just want to emphasize the cognitive, it's also important. You should be strategic about your actions and your goals. You should make sure that you're focusing on the right goals and the right actions in order to achieve what you want. And here, I would like to mention that we have Map Your Success program in Catapult, which helps you design the life and career you love step by step, creating a life vision, setting the right goal, and having the right actions to achieve this goal. And I want to leave you right now with an invitation to turn your focus and energy inwards, to start loving yourself, to fall in love with yourself, and at the same time, start working on becoming the best version of you. So fall in love with yourself because in your essence, you're perfect, but in your skills and in your power skills, all of us can also improve. And my invitation to you is love yourself unconditionally and keep working on your skills as well. See you in the next video.